Hi there. So today I would like to discuss the dream that came the night of the August the 8th, and that was again Job chapter 9 verse 4. I say again, not the same chapter and verse, but the same book of Job. So the night before, the night of the 7th, I was in I was brought to Job 11 verse 6, which says, and that he will show thee the secrets of wisdom, that they are double to that which is. Know therefore that God exacteth of thee less than thine iniquity deserved. So that was a dream in which I saw myself driving a car. In front of me there was another car, and the person driving the car was driving in a very risky way, yet he was ahead of me. So I already analyzed this dream and how the Bible verse did match so appropriately to what I dreamt. So that was analyzed in prior video. Then the next night I received Job 9 verse 4, which says, he is wise in earth and mighty in strength, who had hardened himself against him and had prospered. The symbols that I received in dream was butterfly and making a bed. I was teaching somebody how to make a bed. So what I received, or what I found related to the symbology of a butterfly, was to see a butterfly in your dream signifies longevity, creativity, romance, joy, and spirituality. You might be experiencing a new way of thinking, or you are undergoing some sort of transformation. So yet again, there was this Job, the book of Job, and it's clearly that I am undergoing some sort of transformation. To be honest, I didn't really quite understand the verse and how it relates to the dream itself. The only thing I can suspect is that days before I was trying to be a little bit sending a message of authority, like I was supposed to be rejecting situations that occur into my life. I was supposed to be really being the man in my mind. And then right after that, I got Job twice. Like God teaching me a lesson, like look at Job, look what happened with Job. And he pointed me out to those two passages. But anyway, now I got something different. So I left Job, finally. I left the state of Job. And the dream that I had last night, and it had different elements. It had beer, it had my grandmom, my cousin, it had rice, eggs, it had my brother, my sister, and it had bags of peanuts. We were all, my brother, my sister, and I, the three of us, have all grow big bags full of peanuts, and we were eating peanuts. So the verse of the Bible that I end up receiving today was Matthew 28, chapter 28, verse 8. And they departed quickly from the sepulchre with fear and great joy, and did run to bring his disciples word. So since also the way and the style how I am approaching the Bible and the interpretation of has a lot of influence in Neville Goddard. So then I asked ChatGPT What is Goddard's view about in regards to a sepulcher? And let's see if I can show it here. But this is actually probably it's not easy to read. But in other words, what it says is that in his teachings, Goddard believed that to rise from the sepulchre is to awaken to the realization that one's consciousness creates reality. By transforming one's thoughts, beliefs, and assumptions, a person can roll away the stone from the sepulchre and rise into a new state of being, one aligned with their desires and higher potential. The idea is to let go of limiting beliefs, which are like being stomped in a sepulchre, and embrace the realization that through imagination and faith one can achieve anything. In a sense, the sepulchre is a state of mental death or dormancy, and the act of resurrection represents the awakening to the creative power within oneself. With other words, let's go back to Matthew. That was Matthew 28. Matthew 28 and the verse is 8. And they departed quickly from the sepulchre with fear and great joy, and did run to bring his disciples word. So this certainly sends me in combination with dreaming about beer, rice, eggs. You see the relationship, eggs always been related with Jesus, although it has different origins, but somehow I clearly see a relationship between the symbols of the dream and the passage of the Bible. I find it very interesting. The Bible passage states leaving something behind, leaving a state behind, a dormant state. The Asahiah, the king who had to die for something new to come up. And that's what it most likely is indicating me. So I'm pretty glad. It looks like resurrection. I mean, it feels like resurrection.